10 seconds remaining.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Battle of Central Europe Season 3, where we have the last game of the day. It's going to be Denial Esports versus Aftershock Gaming, and though this isn't going to impact their standings, they gotta fight this one out for pride reasons. At least that's what fucking Matt said. His words, not mine, and we'll see if Denial can do it, because Aftershock have been an absolute tear. They just 2-0'd Power Rangers, and they're already 1-0 up in this best of 2 between themselves and Denial. They played that game earlier today, where they steamrolled Denial with a Jakiro Death Prophet Storm Tricore, and it worked out very well. We'll see if Aftershock will make it a 11-1, I think, as their total score. It's going to be difficult, but certainly it's within reach for them. Anyway, here on HeflaTV Hitbox 1, we're going to bring you the last game of the day, the last game of the group stages as well. I'm Mike Loris, and I should have D-Sword with me as well. Are you still there, man?
Hello, still there. Excited to see this game for Pride. They're always the best.
No, for sure. I mean, Aftershock has had the most wins out of anyone in these group stages. I mean, Album Sheet in Group A had 9 wins, 4 losses, but yeah, it doesn't really compare to Aftershock's like 10, 11 wins. So they've been dominating a lot more than I think everyone really expected. If you look at the group, you're like, oh, well, probably Power Rangers would be coming out on top, but no, Aftershock coming in and really crushing people left and right, and we'll see if they could do it again this game as they pick up a Jakiro Ogre Magi. I've seen that opening a couple times previously. Denial, they go for the Viper and Ancient Apparition, and Viper hasn't really been getting through all that much, but this is a very safe opening for Denial.
And Aftershock, I mean, reminds me of My Insanity's lineup twice in a row, which Denial didn't always have the easiest of times fighting against, so at least not the first time. I don't know. The fact that they banned the IO makes me pretty happy because, I mean, Denial's been using it pretty much every game, so I guess now we're gonna see their diverse strategies.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a team that enjoys using a hero so often, then you kind of have to ban it out, just because it clearly shows the enemy team is so comfortable with the hero, and at the very least, you push them out of their comfort zone, which is sometimes enough to get a little bit of an edge. Who knows? It also is going to prompt a Tusk ban from Denial. That is a hero that Aftershock have used before. Don't know if they've ran it today, didn't watch many of their games, but it's a hero that they're comfortable with as well. And, well, when you have an aggressive setup like Ogre Magi or Jakiro, adding another super aggressive hero is never going to be a bad thing. Though double supports that are melee probably not something that Aftershock want to run into.
Agreed. I think if you want to go for more of a aggressive kind of supportish duo, maybe Crystal Maiden is more in order. And I know if you're seeing her a lot, it's weird to say, wow, never mind. Zeus.
I mean, Zeus is one of the more aggressive heroes that you could pick up, as far as just sheer magical damage is concerned. And now maybe they're going to go for like this pseudo mass magic amplification strategy. Just last game that they played versus Power Rangers, they had a whole bunch of minus armor with Elder Titan, with Dazzle, and then they had an Axe and a Storm Spirit in order to really lay the hurt in. Maybe we're going to see something similar. As Denial, they just stay the course. This is going to be a very cut and dry Denial game for them. It's once again going to be Funzy's Beastmaster.
I'm so excited. Every time I see Funzy's Beastmaster, I get excited. It's just, I love him. He plays it so well. He's such a good hero. That aside, though, do you think Zeus is going to be played mid, or do you think it's going to be the support Zeus, which is so talked about?
I think from what I've seen from Aftershock, it's going to be a mid Zeus. Though it is possible, of course, to play him as a support. Really, he's kind of functioning as a pure damage Scarith Mage, as opposed to like with a little bit of crowd control mixed in. He's there just for the damage output, and sometimes it'll work out for you. But I think it is going to be a mid Zeus. The matchup versus Viper is probably going to be pretty difficult, and Viper is going to probably have a good read on this. So opening up with a magic stick, it's certainly a very risky game to pick up Zeus. And I mean, only seeing Ancient Apparition Viper on the other end is not enough to prompt you into a Zeus pick unless you have something else in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you in the Viper matchup. I don't think he's going to have such a hard time last hitting if he can just use the Arc Lightning. So I guess even Viper can dominate the lane, but against ranged heroes, he has a hard time of really completely taking control, especially someone like Zeus, who can just stand from a side and just use the Arc Lightning to get last hits. So I don't know. I mean, he's not going to be able to get kills on Viper, but I don't think he's going to be dominated as most people are against a Viper. I like the pickup, though. I like him. The question is, are they going to go full-on magical damage with the Zeus and go for a Veil of Discord and just pwn, or what's the idea here? What do you think?
I feel like if you pick up a Zeus this highly, kind of going in blind up against only two Denial Esports heroes at that point, you kind of have to be going into that type of lineup.
Mhm.
Aside from that, I don't really know how you would build around a Zeus.
Oh,
Aside from global strategies, Legion Commander, not
very
exactly the
good.
hero I really would have expected, but maybe is going to be taking the mid role.
Yeah, that makes me question if Zeus might not be played as a support in this case, because Legion. I mean, you can have Legion carry and it's decent, but that early duel is really necessary. So, and I hope it's not Legion jungle. I would tear my eyes out.
Not a fan of the Legion jungle, not
No, I
ever.
mean, no. I mean, I can see situations of which it's good, but it's just like when you can put her mid, just put her mid. I'm sorry. I guess it's my pub experience of every time I see Legion, it's like assumed it's gonna go jungle. Like, sure, but I can see it working. It's just I'm not a fan of it. I'm sorry.
I think it's just
My
the
rage
fact that
coming out slow.
her jungle is just inherently so passive. Like, it's very similar to a Doom
Yeah.
jungle. You can sometimes maybe get a little bit of help into the lanes, but odds are you're going to be chilling in the jungle, and it's going to be the rest of the team just as four heroes playing by themselves. So that's really the weakness in the Legion jungle. It is an alternative for sure. If you somehow have an offlane Legion commander, you do have options of going into the jungle should you get completely shut down. That might be the case this game, actually. But yeah, I'd agree. It's better to lane her, but if need be, she has a backup plan.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good point though. Like it's like same as you never put like Batrider jungle, but he can do it. If worst comes to worst. So that is a good point. But just going there from the start, he just wanted to lose the game. Anyway, Aftershock seems to be. I mean, they need one more hero. It's hopefully it's not gonna be support here. What do you think they need? An offlaner, right?
Well, I mean, Zeus can still go for a core role. It seems like Denial think that this is going to be a dual support of Ogre Magi Jakiro, which is probably a safe assumption.
Oh,
Troll Warlord. This is actually a really nice hero to partner up with Legion Commander because of the
uh-huh.
additional attack speed. However, Zeus is now kind of just an odd one out. I don't see how Zeus fits in here.
I completely agree. I mean, they have a lot of good pushing tower potential, so the synergy between Troll and Jakiro is clear, between him and Legion Commander as well. Ogre Magi is always good, but Zeus is kind of there, like, dealing magical damage, bad tower pushing. I don't really understand. Like, maybe to finish off heroes? Maybe that's his idea. Maybe they pull him just completely as support.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a possibility, but at the same time, why would you want to go Zeus support when you could go for something like a Scarith Mage support, which I think offers, in general, a lot more. Zeus support is typically pretty one-dimensional. I mean, he has damage, and that's about it. It just seems like even if they did land on a Zeus support, it's kind of a roundabout way to go for this, because they could have easily picked up Ogre Magi Legion Commander, Troll Warlord, and then waited on their last pick, see what they needed, and, picked a Zeus then if need be. Because right now, I mean, Zeus isn't going to be terrible because of the fact that he's up against a Scarith Mage and AA, both of whom are very, very fragile. But Beastmaster, Viper, they're going to be getting strength items. Viper is going to have his Corrosive. He might be getting a mech. Beastmaster is going to be packing a Necro Book down the line. He's not going to be a tough nut to crack. He's going to be a tough nut to crack as well. I mean, Denial, they can't prepare themselves for this Zeus.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree with you. I think the like you said, the Zeus is probably like a low tier support if picked that way. Maybe they're trying out new stuff is what I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
Because the game doesn't matter essentially. So maybe that's what they're doing. It could be the case. Maybe they have some amazing strategy prepared with Zeus and Legion Commander we don't know of, like some kind of thing that some amazing synergy we overlooked. But and the PA, the preferred hero of Denial, actually very Denial hero.
Yeah, it is turning into, in my mind, a very Denial hero. That and the Beastmaster, it's like, well, and the IO, it's like, well, Denial, trademarked. No one
Yeah,
else can
really.
pick him up now. But Phantom Assassin, not going to have that much help from her team as far as buffing is concerned. There is Chilling Touch, there is the Inner Beast Aura. That should be just about it. So there's no Empower, no Bloodlust, anything like that. But still, Phantom Assassin, if she has a good start, can get quite a bit done. And man, I thought this game was going to be one of those where we were just smooth sailing for the entirety, but seems like that's not going to be the case, as it's going to be, who's it going to be? Cryo again. Cryo.
That game where we talked for like 20 minutes or so because CryoJ would not connect. And the funny thing is they say sec, just 1 second they say, but it's not going to be a second.
Yeah, it's never a second. It's usually a lot more than 1 second. So hopefully Cryo is going to be back soon enough, guys. But we have ourselves the last game of the day. Battle Central Europe group stages is going to conclude after this game, and There will be winner brackets, losers bracket. I'm sure we'll get that to you guys somehow eventually. I'm pretty sure you can actually look it up if you just go to the website. Just Google it, I guess. I don't know it off the top of my head because I'm a bad caster, but that's fine. Yeah, Denial and Aftershock, as you said, this game doesn't actually matter, so it does make a little bit more sense that Aftershock may want to go for something a little bit different. And this still seems more or less standard. Like, even though this may be them experimenting with something, it's not too far out there.
Yeah. By the way, what do you think of this? I wanted to comment. The PA pick, what do you think of that against Zeus? I don't think it's that safe.
Yeah, I mean, it could definitely be a lot safer as far as carry heroes are concerned. You could pick up a strength hero if you really want to. I think it's fine if she goes for a BKB first, which is probably going to be her builds. Really up against the Zeus as a carry, there are not many great options to go for. Maybe something like a Morphling would have been a little bit better to abuse the light crowd control of Aftershock, but Phantom Assassin could make good on that weakness of the Aftershock lineup as well. So I think it's perfectly reasonable, but nothing amazing.
Mm. Oh well. I guess we should go on and present the teams before they start fighting with each other.
All right, well, Aftershock, they're in their own jungle. We got Jalopy playing the Troll Warlord with Zeroji. On the Ogre Magi, Patka is going to be playing the Zeus. And over towards the north, we got Mind Control on the Legion and Kefka on the Jakiro.
As for Denial, we're going to have Funzy on his trademark Beastmaster in the offlane position. Choral with the Viper up in mid. Then we're going to have the tri-lane up top with Paris as the carry PA, Fucking Mad as the Ancient Apparition support, and finally CryoJ with the Skyreth Mage in the support position.
So these three heroes, Phantom Assassin, Fucking Mad, and Cryo, if they all do go together towards the top lane, they will be able to get a lot of kills to happen. But Aftershock, are they going to be laning dual lanes with this? It looks to be a support Zeus and a support Ogre Magi. And then it's going to be Troll and Jakiro to take the farm. That is a very interesting way of doing this.
Yeah. It's weird lines for sure, but I don't really know what to say. That's definitely support Zeus then.
And this is going to also be a 2 versus 3 lane in favor of Denial, as tri-lanes very rarely lose versus dual lanes. That should not really be the case. And against this lane, which is not even a strong dual lane, this is going to be Denial, I would expect, having this lane completely on lockdown. Double damage rune on Ancient Apparition is also a fantastic way to start, so he's going to actually walk up and take a lot more damage than he's actually going to give. Fucking Mad's going to pop the Chilling Touch only on himself. However, they're going to let the stun, or the slow rather, onto Patka. Look at the damage that Fucking Mad is able to put out right now. Unfortunately, the concussive shot coming a little bit too far away, and they're going to not get any kills off of that, but that's a great way to start the lane, and I think that's pretty much going to be the case for this lane for the entirety of it. It's Fucking Mad just completely zoning out, and then Denial occasionally poking for kills.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what's going to be the lane for the whole... Well, let's see, he's sad. That's going to be the lane completely, I mean, throughout the whole game. I don't see how they're expecting much. Actually, down bottom, though, Funzy's in trouble. He's being body blocked by Zeroji. Can he go down? They have no stun. The Ignite already ran out. And like you said, Funzy playing that Beastmaster is really tanky, so he's going to be hard to bring down, even with that decent combo, I suppose, of Ogre Magi and Troll.
Yeah, Beastmaster, very tanky. Kills in comparison when you compare him to the Ogre's tankiness, but Beastmaster has quite a bit of health, has the boots first, and will be able to survive most of the time. There is, of course, the chance of him to go down should Jalopy pick up a couple more levels here and there. Additional Whirling Axes can provide that additional magic damage, and Funzy, as tanky as he may be, won't be able to sustain through all of that. So this bottom lane I would expect to be also locked down from Aftershock. So we have one lane on top for Denial, one lane on bottom for Aftershock, and then mid lane. Well, it's Viper versus Legion Commander. Mind Control not doing too bad just yet, however. He is 2 CS ahead of the Viper, actually. I don't expect that to be the case for much longer, but Joral should very quickly pull ahead in this lane. That should end up being a 1 lane for Denial. So I guess 2 versus 1 in lane victories.
Yeah, but I mean, Legion Commander is not that dependent on the lane win. He just needs a little bit EXP and can get the early blink and stuff if possible. So, I don't know. Like you said, he has the backup of the forest if he needs to. Of the jungle. Oh my god, the forest. Yeah, so that's... I mean, I'm not too worried about Mind Control's position right now. I don't know. I think...
Top.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about this dual lane for Aftershock. This is an incredibly weak dual lane, and this time they got the concussive, the cold feet, and the dagger all on one guy, and Zeus is already, like, not someone you really want to be close up against your enemies, and when you're slowed down taking that much damage from Chilling Touch, there's just no way to escape, so Patka's got to leave, and though he is going to try to help out somewhere else. I don't really know where he can help out. And even now that he is gone, Kefka, he's going to get more experience for sure, but now he's going to be the target. And Jakiro, he's a lot tankier than the Zeus for sure, but he's not tanky enough to withstand this type of combination. They're going to try to go again for this Jakiro. Dual breath turnaround, but here comes Paris. He's ready through the dagger, and it's going to be just short of killing the Jakiro. Concussive is going to be thrown. Maybe one more hit could have gotten that kill, but Jakiro is now all alone. He's going to get outlaned. I guess it's better than having two heroes completely outlaned, just having one.
Yeah, but Aftershock is getting completely dominating here. It's not like their bottom lane's completely dominating front Z either. He's level 4 already. He's perfectly fine. Shakira's still level 1. Jesus Christ. Like, this is not good for Aftershock right now.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird situation to have a Jakiro and a Zeus at the same team. I just assumed that it was going to be, Jakiro, the Ogre Magi, and the Zeus all together in a lane, trying to be very aggressive with their high burst damage and maybe trying to make stuff happen as far as that is concerned. And maybe that could still be an option for Denial moving forward. I mean, Zeroji is playing still support on the bottom lane, but Troll Warlord honestly doesn't really need his help right now. They're going to go for fucking Mad, or is fucking Mad going to go for Mind Control with the Chilling Touch onto Joral. Unfortunately, only has 1 point in that poison attack. And now the charge forward for Mind Control needs one more hit, and that's all that it takes from Fucking Mad. Yes, it will be enough. Now here comes Kefka, going to help out in the attempt at Joral's life. Mind Control going to get a little bit of regen due to his bottle, waiting for overwhelming odds to come back up, but gets hit with a concussive. Now Joral's going to think about turning around. Mind Control a little bit blocked by his illusions, will instead try to go for the much softer Cryo J, and he is going to die in the process. Now the dagger comes in from Paris, going to go straight for Kefka, and he's going to go down as well. Zeroji is going to be running away as Joral's running at 13 HP. Illusions. 1 hit? 2 hits? Oh my god, he got the kill because Viper didn't think that was going to be enough. In the meantime, bottom lane, Funzy's going to be just fine, but you very rarely see Illusions do anything in these games, but that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, Mind Control must be so happy. But that's actually a very good play, though. That when he was pinged here, when Denial was pinging here, it was so they would separate, I'm assuming, so that the overwhelming odds wouldn't hurt both of them. That was actually very smart on their part. Like, they were waiting for that overwhelming odds, and that's actually what saved the Viper, at least for some time. So, I like it. Denial are playing well. They're definitely playing to win. I don't know if Aftershock is just kind of playing as a joke, though.
Well, bottom lane, Ogre Magi is making a deep dive on Funzy. However, he gets Fog of Ward twice, but it's not going to help him enough, as they will get vision eventually and then stun and kill the Beastmaster. So it's going to tie up the score right now. Aftershock diving deep for those kills, but that's something you can do whenever you have an Ogre Magi so tanky, and he's more than happy to eat a couple tower shots if it means getting a kill for the team. Zeus also contributing a little bit in that regard, is going for 2 Arc Lightning, 1 Static Field. Honestly, don't know exactly what the quote-unquote standard support Zeus build is, but I feel like Lightning Bolt is part of it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, the Arc Lightning, the damage you get from it is really more from the static field damage you get. Like, the ability to spam it with static field. Actually, going to go on Funzy again. Mind Control just behind the tower. Going to use the duel. Funzy is in trouble now. He's going to go down. And anyway, the standard Zeus build, and I mean, I'm not the biggest Zeus support fan, but I've played him a couple games, and it tends to be more of deal damage with the static field, thanks to the low cooldown of the Arc Lightning, and when you have to finish off enemies, kill them with Lightning Bolt. But that's really it. I don't know why you would ever get 2 levels of Arc Lightning. That's the last thing you do.
Yeah, it seems kind of weird. Like, even as a core, I can understand this kind of, because you're getting so much experience. You could probably have it all maxed out by the time you actually need it, but as a support, you have to be very caution at how you level, because your experience is not going to be coming in as fast as if you were soloing the mid lane, for example. So Zeus is going to be a relatively low impact hero in this game, and I don't really think there's that much of a way around it. Thunder God's Wrath is going to be nice, but we have a Rainbow TPs down bottom. Zeroji's going to try to straight TP out of here. Funzy, short of his level 6, is not going to be able to roar, and 2 TPs get canceled. Jalopy is forced back. That was a very expensive move from Denial. Yes, they forced everyone from Aftershock out, but it costed them 400 gold to do so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was psychological pressure, I guess. Congratulations, but like you said, I mean, that's a lot of TPs wasted for nothing, really, because they didn't even get a kill with that. So I don't know. Hey, maybe 1 TP or 2 would have been enough there.
Yeah, maybe they didn't expect the Ogre to have a TP scroll. If he didn't, then it would have just been a kill. But speaking of killed, Mind Control is going to join up with Kefka. Ice Path going to land onto Paris, but that's not really going to help him. Press the attack is there. Kefka going to try to find a hidey hole in the corner. Mind Control looking for a duel. Will land onto Paris, but I don't think they have enough damage to actually win this duel. But they also won't lose the duel either. So just going to hold that Paris for just a little while longer. Now looking for 1 more overwhelming odds that will crush the Phantom Assassin. Now here comes the Ogre. Straight to Cryo J. That's going to be a 2 kill for Aftershock. though using Duel as a pure disable isn't really ideal. If you can get 2 kills off of that, then sure, why not? Legion Commander is doing quite a bit more than we normally see Legion Commanders performing at 8 minutes into the game.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Not getting too many dual kills though, as I've seen. Like the ideal Legion Commander is really just dual to get the damage. He's using it more to disable, but that's going well with him. Like it's not like gold is bad on Legion Commander either. So
yeah, faster Blink Dagger means easier setup for duels down the line, and he has a haste rune now. With maxed out overwhelming odds, there is a very soft target in fucking Mad, and this is a duel that Mind Control can conceivably win by himself, although he has backup galore. Fucking Mad in the wrong neighborhood right now is going to be absolutely demolished by this very small roaming squad of Aftershock, and that's going to be 2 stacks of damage before the 10-minute mark. That is pretty high right now. I mean, generally by 10 minutes you want to have at least 1, but I mean, it doesn't look like Legion Commander is going to stop at just 2. She's well on her way to her blink right now.
yeah, what I really like about Aftershock is that they were losing the lanes, like you said. They were not doing too well. Actually, they're gonna go on Mind Control now. Viper's ready with that Viper Strike, and Mind Control is in a lot of trouble trying to get those debuffs out of her, but no, that's gonna be a dead Legion Commander. Anyway, what I really like about Aftershock is that they managed to get somewhat of a control of the game through the rotations, because they did lose the lanes completely, at least at the beginning. But through these really good rotations, especially by Legion Commander, they managed to get control back in the game, and I think that might have been their plan from the beginning. And Zeus can do it well. I mean, he's level 5. He's actually not that under farm for a support. Like, he's doing decently well. He's better than the denial supports for sure.
Yeah, he's doing pretty decently for himself. Just one more level, and he's going to hit that magic level 6 mark, where when you have Legion Commander and Troll Warlord also, you know, going to be very aggressively playing, looking for opportunities, your Zeus is going to get quite a bit done. There is the combo now of Mind Control randomly dueling someone just 1 versus 1, suddenly Troll Warlord ultimate, suddenly Thunder God's Wrath, and Mind Control is going to be able to clean house, especially when it's someone as weak as a Viper in mid lane. Jor-El has to be so careful right now. He kind of knows that something he's here, and he's like, do I want to farm or do I want to play it safe? And
Nope.
He's going to decide on kind of both, but I don't really know if this is the right decision, because Legion Commander still smoked, saw the Viper move downwards, now it's completely spotted out. Viper is completely surrounded, and the duel is guaranteed to win. No, multicast, Zeroji, stop killing people that fast. Guess no duel damage with the Legion.
That was beautiful. He didn't expect the actually Jalopy is actually gonna go down bottom. Yeah. Anyway, he was not expecting that multicast. I guess sometimes you can be too lucky.
Yeah, too much skill, really, for Zeroji. He's got to calm down and play a little bit worse and let Mind Control get a little bit more damage. If that was just a regular Fire Blast, yeah, easy duel. You don't even have to hit them, really. Just pop the duel and someone else on your team will get the kill. But Mind Control now, still with the duel available, on the hunt and is looking for Funzy. I think Funzy did spot this out with the bird. I mean, you wouldn't be running in that kind of juke path if you didn't,
Yeah.
so Mind Control is going to be spotted for now, and fucking Mad is deep within the trees. This Ancient Apparition is actually very close to his Hand of Midas, which I assume he's going to go for. But really, I don't really know if that's going to be a safe item to get, just because he's in such a dangerous position. It is going to be, no, Funzy running into Mind Control after all, but it's going to be bottom lane where we start the fight, whereas Paris jumping in onto Kefka, Ice Blast to follow. Jakiro taking quite a bit of damage to the Chilling Touch, and the daggers, he is going to be put down below lethal, and he will shatter. He will get the tower beforehand, though, so I guess it's nice for him, as long as Aftershock don't lose anyone else. It's going to start with Mind Control, though, slowed down by the Viper Strike. Gets the press attack on himself, but it's only level 1 skill. Lightning Bolt onto Jor-El, Mind Control taking a lot of damage and dropping very low, but here comes Jalopy, will shred the Viper. Now going to chase forward for someone else. Zeroji has an Ignite, will land it onto Funzy, and actually Paris, that might be lethal. Funzy going to get beaten down by the Ogre. Paris burning in the background. Is this going to be it? No, 14 HP. Paris barely gets to survive. Thunder God's Wrath already used. And unfortunately for Aftershock, they can't quite get the Phantom Assassin after that very lucky multicast on Ignite. But they don't lose their Legion Commander, and they take quite a few kills.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a really good turnaround. I thought they were really going to lose that fight when I saw Legion Commander kind of running away with the Viper, kind of saying, oh no, I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then, you know, they just kind of turned that around, which shows how Aftershock kind of have the domination of the game here. Because they can turn around a team fight which is not in a favorable situation or positioning for them. Which is scary. If I was Dynel, I'd be kind of scared of that. I'd be much more wary of my positioning and whatnot.
Yeah, that was also, to be fair, Denial in a poor position themselves, as they had a couple heroes down in the river area, a couple more near where the tier 1 once was, and they already used the Roar, and they already used the Ice Blast in order to kill off a hero previously. So they didn't have all their tools at their disposal,
That's true.
and it kind of showed right there. So maybe next time it'll be a little bit better for them. But for right now, they're on the hunt once again with Aurora and Zeroji. None too healthy. He's going to start running away, and Ice Blast. It is going to land onto Zeroji. That will not be lethal. They need just a little bit more axes at max range. Oh no, Ogre lives.
That was very close. Zeroji, I can imagine him. He's just like, he stopped for a second to realize he was alive.
Kissing the ground,
Yeah.
being thankful.
I would. As a supporter, those moments where you kind of think, oh my god, I'm definitely gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. And then when you get out, it's like, oh, I'm a pro.
But also when you're Ogre Magi, you're like, well, I can do nothing except for right-click, spam my fountain, and hope for the best. So I'm just going to do that, close my eyes, and maybe I live, maybe I don't. Who knows? But either way, Ogre Magi does get to live, and we see Mind Control taking a little bit of time just to farm up the jungle. He's very close to his Blink Dagger, but Ice Blast going to come in. Fortunately for him, he got some very lucky moment of courage procs, and well, then blindly snipes a bird. So gets a good read on what the Beastmaster's up to, but he's going to pick up his Blink Dagger, and it's going to be on top lane where they initiate first. Paris taking quite a bit of damage. Chilling touches up on fucking Mag and try to turn things around onto Jalopy. The Roar from Fuzzy going to lock him in place. He will be frozen to the floor. However, a multicast from Zeroji is going to kill off the Phantom Assassin in response. A 1-for-1 up on the top lane, and a pretty even 1-for-1 at that, but it might not be the end, as mid lane Aftershock, they have a Blink Dagger now on Legion, and I think the Viper is going to be just fine in this scenario, but top lane still in a threatening situation, as Ogre Magi Jakiro can put out some serious damage.
Yeah, I mean, they also have a lot of pushing potential, so they can't entirely leave the lane either. And oh no, I would not have used that there. That is that's their moment to go in. Exactly. Concussive shot now, plus that cold feet. Kefka is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down. He's gonna be killed by those axes actually. Now Zeroji, can they get him down? They have no way to stun him right now, and he's gonna get away with that that TP. And what happened there? Oh, Ignite killed the fucking man. What was that, by the way? Illuminati or something? Like?
Oh no, that was the pattern that Jakiro ran. Once he realized that he was in trouble, he ran towards the base and was like, oh wait, no, shit, I have to go back towards my own base, and he turned around. So yeah, it was definitely not the best way to escape, and he was silent, so he couldn't do anything with Liquid Fire either. I think that's where he was trying to go. One more Liquid Fire attack on the tower, but obviously that didn't work out for him, so he just ended up going down for free. But yeah, it is still Aftershock getting another kill, and their Ogre still surviving. Zeroji literally unkillable in this game. And now they have Mind Control up on top lane with the Blink Dagger. She has shown it off already. Getting a kill on the Phantom Assassin is very unlikely given Blur, but if anyone else shows their face up towards top, Mind Control is going to get some pretty easy duel damage.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, the Blur is level 3, so like I said, yeah, it makes sense that it's going to be hard to find him. But if he was lucky and whatnot, and with a Troll Ultimate, it is a possibility, especially level 2 Troll Ultimate. The issue I saw, by the way, with the previous play is the macro pipe being used in this way. Anyway, Legion on Paris now using the duel, not hitting a single. Wow, that's really unlucky on his part. The Blur really being helpful there, and Kefka now being hit by a Joral. Is Kefka gonna be able to TP away? No, neither Kefka nor the Legion will be able to TP away, but it will be Jalopy who's gonna be able to get away fine. So I mean, could have been worse for them, but definitely was not a good thing.
Diving that deep for a Phantom Assassin duel, I mean, that in itself is always risky unless you have a ton of magical damage to back you up. And Potka in mid lane, Zeroji on bottom lane, that's the magic damage you need to bypass Blur entirely and get those kills. So physical damage, not the best way to deal with Phantom Assassin, and that's exactly why. Maybe later when Legion Commander picks up an MKB or something like that, she'll be able to make it happen, but not until then. Paris is going to get into a duel with Zeroji, just trying to drop him low enough to surprise with the Thunder God's Wrath, and it's going to work. Paris suddenly way in over his head. Zeroji, literally invulnerable in this game, is never going to die. Now 6 kills to his name with 4 assists. Can anyone stop this Ogre Magi?
He should go Ogre Magi carry, just straight up. He's gonna buy his Aghanim's rather soon, though, so he's gonna actually be quite a powerful hero. It's amazing. Zeroji playing a really good game, though, and that I'm starting to see the synergy with the Zeus. Like they're kind of using him as a surprise factor.
I mean, you shouldn't be caught out by that more than once. Like maybe once or twice, you're like, oh wait, of course, duh, they have a Zeus on their team. And I'm not going to get caught with that again, but oh wait, hold on, because up on top lane we have another setup. Macropyre now on the floor, dueling onto the Viper. This is where they need the physical damage, but Roar is going to deny Mind Control that victory. In fact, the duel is actually going to fizzle, so no one wins that, but the Legion Commander does give her life. Kefka now slowed down quite a bit by the Boar, has an Ice Path, looking to throw it out as Jalopy charges forward. Whirling Axes barely clipping the Viper, but it's not going to be enough to give chase. And Jalopy might even get frozen to the floor. No, he'll be just fine, but Zeroji's here, and Zeroji's literally unkillable. He has a Fire Blast, and Jaral, no, don't. Oh, man. Ogre Magi gets that kill with Ignite. Now looking for a little bit more. Doesn't have mana. It's going to be Jalopy to take Mystic Flare first, but Kefka and Patka now in the area. They're going to charge forward, try to go for Cryo, and he's getting hit with the Ice Path, and he's going to be beaten down as well. Zeroji's get the kill. No, Ogre Magi needs more kills, guys. Give it to him. Funzy now on the run. He's going to run straight into a Eul Scepter Ice Pathing Jakiro, but no, Jakiro went too far. Multicast on the Paris will slow it down, but the Jakiro was dead to begin with. And now Aftershock, they only escape now with Zeroji and Patka. Everyone else taking a fall.
Zeroji just won't die this game. You know, I think there's an issue with Aftershock, which is that the Troll Warlord, since he uses his ultimate to help the Legion Commander, he doesn't have it when a team fight starts for himself, and he really is the one that benefits the most from that extra attack speed. So in the end, you have a mediocre hero, a mediocre carry, which is not dealing that much damage, especially because he went for a Sanjay instead of a Helm the Dominator for whatever reason. I actually don't know. I just saw that. Why did he go for a Sanjay?
More strength against people is good, I guess. They're going to try to go for Paris one more time. Overwhelming odds to open, then the duel. That's the opening they need, and the multicast bolt. That'll get the job done, and 34 damage now in Mind Control's possession, and well, easy kill on Phantom Assassin. Sanjay Yasha, I expect, is going to be the build for Troll Warlord. It's usually the build, actually, is just generally going stat heavy and then going BKB is the objective. He does do quite a bit of damage, even though he may not have damage items, much like the PA. Zeroji, though, he's going to slow down and takes Aurora, but why are they wasting their time? Because Zeroji doesn't die. Kefka's going to set up for an Ice Path onto Funzy, turning around for a Fire Blast. Mind Control still up on the high ground, not even going in just yet. Ignite onto everyone. Kefka's going to walk away after being silenced, and Zeroji just fine. He's at half HP now with an Aghanim Scepter ready to fight. Thunder God's Wrath going to help kill off the Beastmaster. Jalopy is going to get that kill. No, actually, Zeroji gets a double godlike streak for Zeroji. How is he getting these kills? Even with Thunder God's Wrath, he somehow fits an Ignite in there. Now they're going to go for Joral. They're going to hold the Ice Path for now. There's the Eul Scepter Ice Path set up. Jalopy's going to close the distance with Mind Control here for the duel. It's an easy win for him. Zeroji needs more kills, but shit, 9-0-7. This Ogre Magi is just trucking everyone on denial. This is insane.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly carrying the Aftershock team. Like, it's him. That Bloodlust also, we didn't mention it, but it's gonna help the Legion Commander a lot as well. So that's also true. Like, if Legion Commander can just farm up a little bit of damage, he should be a really powerful hero with Jalopy and Zeroji's buffs, I guess. The issue is that he's really not getting those duels like he wants to.
48 damage is okay for 20 minutes. This is about the minimum of where you want to be for the Legion Commander. She is holding on to quite a bit of gold, so possibly going to go for the Blade Mail. That is probably the most likely item she's going to go for. So the dual victories are going to come out a little bit easier for Mind Control. And, well, speaking of, they're going to look to claim one more stack of damage. With the help of Zeroji and Kefka, there is certainly enough damage to get a kill here. Phantom Assassin is not going to be too safe. They need to land in overwhelming odds, though, or a multicast. Blink Duel, I don't know if that's going to be good enough. There's the Bloodlust. Multicast times 2. Multicast again. Zeroji's going to get a Beyond Godlike streak. And, well, I mean, if you could double Fire Blast, then I'm sure that's enough damage to get a kill.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they need, though, because like you said, like the Legion Commander doesn't have enough damage with that Blur to kill that PA, so they need the Ogre Magi to help. Also, do you think it might be warranted for Legion Commander to later in the game go for an MKB?
Yeah, probably. Legion Commander generally likes to play more of a tanky utility role and just use her dual damage to carry herself through the game, but you can't undervalue the True Strike. Like, her and Troll, they're going to eventually need to pick that up just to deal with Phantom Assassin. Once the PA gets a BKB, that's a necessity. Until then, you could deal with her with Zeus and the Ogre Magi. They're doing a good job so far, and they will continue to do their magic damage. Zeus, even going for the weirdest Zeus build I have ever seen, is still contributing quite a bit in these ganks.
Why is it so weird? Except for the Thunderbolt. Oh, actually, never mind.
Yeah.
I just realized why. It's just I just saw in like level 4 Arc Lightning, level 2 Lightning Bolt. I guess the Lightning Bolt's being used for dewarding though, so I guess that's pretty smart. Keeps it at low mana just to be able to deward. Like, that's proper support Zeus. Is this commitment to the role?
Yeah, Patka's definitely taking some acting classes and is fully committed right now, and I don't actually mind that. I mean, it's definitely not the Zeus that we're used to seeing, where he's just going around nuking people to hell and back. But hey, if you're getting a little bit of damage from Thunder God's Wrath, if you're getting constant procs of Static Field, and you're dewarding for your team without having to buy a gem, it's actually a pretty unique thing, as not many heroes get random True Sight, at least towards wards. That's very unique.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually a decent a decent support if you think of it that way. Like it can de-ward by himself, deal somewhat damage. Like
Oh, bot.
there's some utility. Actually, they're gonna go now on
No,
Zeroji. Oh no,
Zeroji.
is he actually gonna die here? Might be his first death. Zeroji's gonna go down, people, because of that cold feet. Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm disappointed.
Should we even bother casting the rest of the game right now? Clearly there's something wrong with the game and we shouldn't be wasting our time. Zeroji isn't supposed to die in this game, guys. He has an Aghanim Scepter, he has a ton of health, but being hit with that Roar and an Ice Blast, easily set up by that combo of Denial, it's going to give them a lot of gold. Let's see how much. 806 Beastmaster is going to be cashing in hard, and that's going to give him just enough for actually almost a level 2 Necro Book right now, so he's getting his items up. It's the Travels Medallion Necrobook build once again for Funzy. It seems to be his preferred build, and he has it almost completed. So this is Denial still getting a little bit of farm here and there. As nice as Aftershock are performing, there is still quite a bit of farm coming up for Denial.
Yeah. I mean, they're not completely out of the game yet. Especially now that Funzy has his preferred build of the travel boost and whatnot, they could easily start ganking and whatnot and get back in the game. Actually, Ice Path plus Macropire gonna go on to Paris. That's a lot of damage being dealt to him, but he's not able to get away afterwards. And no engagement's gonna happen in the end. Seems like Zeroji's mad they died. He just doesn't want to engage anymore.
They even used the Troll Warlord ultimate for that one, so this is a pretty large buff for Aftershock down the tubes. However, they do have Mind Control coming in, and she's going to jump forward with the Blade Mail. Instantly gets silenced, however. I don't think that's going to matter since CryoJ is most likely going to die to Zeroji because that's what Zeroji does. No, Jakiro Liquid Fire this time taking the kill, but they're also going to try to chase forward for anyone else. Viper teleports out in Mind Control. Really wishing he had a little bit more time to get that duel off. Instead, going to settle for Funzy, blinking forward. Doesn't have a Blade Mail. Oh, now he does, but oh, it doesn't matter. Double damage. He's going to tear that Beastmaster to shreds with the additional procs and Moment of Courage, making it easy to do so. Teleportation out from the Ancient Apparition is going to be just fine, but Mind Control gets his stack of damage after all.
And I think the best thing about the Aftershock lineup is that since they have a good pushing potential with the Jakiro and the Troll Warlord, they can easily start pushing these towers once they win a team fight, so they can really maximize the advantage they can get from these team fights, which is really good actually.
And Aftershock have kind of been playing in such a way that always keeps them in the enemy half of the map, so
yeah,
you would be able to take the fight and then, hey, you're right next to a tower. That's pretty convenient. So Aftershock are playing in a very nice way, and they're capitalizing on pretty much every single pickoff to the maximum potential. They're going to try now for a Roshan. Ice Blast is going to scout everything out. Do they care, though? Because Troll Warlord is pretty much at permabash status on Roshan. Roshan is going to be contested, though. Denial is coming in hot. Zeroji is in the air, is going to be walling everyone off. However, he's going to take quite a bit of damage. Aegis down now as Troll Warlord grabs that one. Looking to make a clean retreat. No, they're going to look to fight. It's going to be CryoJ to instantly silence Mind Control. The Blade Mail up. He's going to be taking quite a bit of damage, also returning quite a bit onto that Troll. They're going to set up for an Ice Path Macropire only onto that Viper, but he's going to get torn to shreds. Look at the damage from Jalopy. My god, this Troll Warlord will not quit. That's going to be an easy kill after that, and just like that, Aftershock, they are still on the enemy side of the map. They can still go for these pushes.
Yeah, and they're going to go for the top lane, which actually really pushed. And this could easily turn into Rex if Denial cannot defend us properly. Viper's also not up. So it's going to be up to Paris, really, to deal with damage here. He has no BKB yet, which is actually quite surprising. And that's really the turning point in the game. When Paris can get the BKB, he's not going to be able to be disintegrated like that by the Ogre Magi and the Jakiro, at least in theory. And he'll be able to be much more useful, because until now, Paris has been kind of just dying whenever he gets dueled, just because of Zeroji's power.
Jalopy going at the tower with his ultimate on with max stacks of fervor plus the Legion Commander press the attack. Kefka going to take a roar, but he will get force staffed out from under that Mystic Lair. Now a nice 2-man Ice Path with a nice Macropire to follow up. Kefka's going to slip away as Ogre Magi somehow gets a kill on the Skywrath Mage from being outside of the base. Ignite OP. Jalopy doing most of the heavy lifting there, but he still has the Aegis, and he's going to continue on words with the melee Raxes. He's going to drop pretty low, but now a jump in. Mind Control is going to get more dual damage as he takes out Jarrell. Also at the same time, it's going to be Paris trying to jump forward and assassinate Kefka. The Ice is going to shatter the Jakiro, but it's going to be Jalopy to take that kill. No, actually, Ogre Magi took that kill because Zeroji, that's what he does. That's going to be the complete set of the top lane Raxes, and Aftershock, they still can go for more because they still have the Aegis. If they really wanted to, they could very easily slide to the mid lane and take that. Of course, they need creep support there. Not comfortable enough tanking the tower, or they shouldn't be. Or you could just go for the tower. Shit, I mean, they don't have Troll Warlord ultimate, so it's going to be a little bit slower, but now that they do have it, this tower is going to drop. Aftershock don't give a damn, and in the meantime, Zeroji, messing with a 1v3, is walking away alive. This game is just out of control for Denial. They might get a snipe off with the AA ult, and yes, Jalopy will lose his Aegis, but that's just a full restore.
Can they capitalize into a kill? They will try to, but that's silence. That troll is just so fast when he's in the melee form. And now they're gonna try to find Zeroshi, but they haven't learned their lesson that the Zeroshi can't die. He's just gonna walk away, not care. Troll trying to also distract their attention. Actually, sorry, Mind Control directing their attention, and he's there. He wants to kill Joral. In fact, he's gonna go in. And never mind, he's gonna go into the Skyrath Mage, who's gonna disintegrate. And now they're trying to kill Mind Control, but the Blade Mail's still active. He's gonna go down, and there's the Macrofire Ice Path combo plus Jalopy trying to kill Joral. Joral's gonna go down next. Meanwhile, Zeroshi actually getting a kill from behind on the Ancient Apparition. Now they're gonna go on Paris. Paris just can't move thanks to Zeroshi's power. He's gonna have the Fire Blast. No, actually, Paris gonna go down thanks to the Ice Path and the Troll Warlord. Amazing ability from him. And Zeroshi has the Underfine Fire Blast, doesn't even need to use it. Are they gonna go now for Rex? They could easily turn this into Rex. They have that ultimate from Jalopy, and Mind Control is now up because he bought that.
I mean, if you buy back and go for Rex, it sounds pretty good to me. Look at like just the damage that Jalopy is putting out. He has no real damage items. He's got Drums, Phase Boots, Sanjayasha, but shit, he's tearing Viper a new one. Whoever he gets his hands on is pretty much guaranteed to die. That's the power of the Troll Warlord right there. And well, Denial, they're just on the receiving end of the wrong game. Troll Warlord on top of the net worth chart. Zeroji, the quote-unquote support Ogre Magi right behind him.
Wow.
I mean, this is 2 Raxes in favor of Aftershock and Denial. They don't have a BKB. They don't even have a hammer on the Phantom Assassin. What could they do with this? What options do they have outside of maybe a Roar Mystic Flare combo? That's good at killing off one person, but whoever you don't kill is just going to be killing you straight after.
No, I don't know. I think right now they have to pray that the BKB comes on the PA and soon enough, and they can start taking team fights. That's really their only option, and that's a really limited option. Did Zeroshi seriously go for an armlet?
Yo, Ogre Magi got 74 base strength right now, level 17. You need that extra deeps. Get Bloodlust on yourself. Maybe a Basher later on. Legit builds, guys. Legit builds from Zeroji.
He's gonna be so powerful though. Like he really will be like better at right clicking than the Viper, for example.
Is he actually going to be? It's going to be like he's gonna attack a lot faster. He won't have Nether Toxin, but he's gonna be hitting a lot harder. I think Zeroji might actually be more dangerous, like in a right click war, than the Viper.
I want to see this. I just want them to go like mid and have a
1v1 me at Roche, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Fonzie's gonna try to find Kefka now, but the Macropyre is gonna zone them out, and the Ice Blast not hitting anyone. Oh, Ace. No, never mind. Not gonna hit anyone. That barely hit Kefka. That 4 stuff. Really good by Zeroji. Just pro. Pro all round. Zeroji is having a pro game today. Jalopy is trying to find someone that haste and that invisibility rune. What a combination of runes.
This is going to be such a surprise for whoever he finds. It should be Cryo, as going for Phantom Assassin is unlikely. Jalopy is going to push forward, then push back. He's going to be completely spotted. So unfortunately, the glorious combo of runes isn't going to result into anything. But Ogre Magi's on the front lines with the armlet slowly beating down on the tower. BKB on the Viper and PA. This is Denial's best chance, but they need to take a miracle fight right here, and I don't know if that's possible. Clean blink out from everyone. Zeroji can get a hit with the Viper Strike, but the rest of the attack is going to keep him pretty much at full HP. They could slow push this as slow as they want because top and mid are pushing. And it's going to be Initiation on Jural. There's a 4x multicast with 1. BKB does come up in time, but Zeroji now going to lay the beat down onto the Phantom Assassin, who didn't get the BKB off. Oh my god, this is just a clean up for everyone in Aftershock. They lose the Troll Warlord. He's instantly going to buy back. Jural still alive, though. Potka is going to make short work of him. Where is Zeroji? No, Zeroji died. What the hell? Beastmaster gets the kill and then they tap out. I guess that's the biggest victory that Denial are going to claim today, at least in this game.
Yeah. I mean, they killed Zeroji twice. I think that's almost a victory.
That's like 2 more times than it should be happening. Alright guys, so this is going to be the end of the group stage of the Battle of Central Europe. If you enjoyed the group stage, be sure to check out the ticket in the Dota 2 store. Get yourself a sweet Meepo set, and we'll be bringing you the rest of the tournament once the schedule gets really ironed out after all these issues. Anyway, here on HeflaTV Hitbox 1, I sincerely hope you enjoyed the casting. I'm Mike Loris. I've been joined by D-Swordfish for a good amount of these games. Any last words before we shut the stream off, man?
Well, just briefly, for the schedule tomorrow, it seems like for now it's going to be 4 CET, 5 CET, and then 8 and 8. I don't really know how that's going to work, but that seems to be the schedule for tomorrow. At least it says on the website, and unless they're changing it soon. So if you want to join us for them, then feel free to. I would love to.
Alright guys, so we will be back tomorrow to bring you those games. And yeah, if you want to follow us a little bit more, it's going to be twitter.com, facebook.com/HeflaTV, where you can find us. Again, I'm Mike Loris. I've been joined by D-Swordfish. It's been a pleasure, and Well, it's been a long day as well. I'm out. He's out. Good game, guys. Zero
Goodbye,
GOP.
guys.